Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut. All right, so we're going to talk about our New York Mets. They started the season 3 and 4. There have been some interesting kind of observations I'd like to give you, and you can leave comments in the comment section and let me know what you think. Just looking at this team a little bit, even before they played the series in Milwaukee, they seemed kind of flat. And I was thinking before the game on Wednesday that they lost in the ninth inning, that they look very similar to how they looked at last September. Now, we know that when Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor don't hit, this team struggles to score runs. They're the two best offensive players. And when you don't have your two best guys doing what they're supposed to do, you're going to have a bit of a struggle. Obviously, there's a struggle. Pete hit 2 home runs today. Lindor had 2 RBIs in the game. They look good. My overall concern with the team is always their offense. That's why I was really hoping they could have gotten another bat in this offseason. But we'll have time, to digest this team over the next few weeks and see what the issues are. Now, I noticed that Eduardo Escobar did not start the game. He's 2 for his first 20 at-bats. He's hit 100. He's not looked good at all. We know that he is very streaky. I disagree with the Mets not bringing up Brett Baty to start the season. And Brett Baty, just to give you an update, I posted a short of him hurting his thumb last night in the game for Syracuse. It is just a sprain. It's just a sore thumb, they said. So he's not, there's no long-term problems here. He didn't tear a ligament, which is what he did that made him wind up on the injured list last year and end of the season. But he is a guy that is very close to the major leagues. It'll be interesting to see how he performs now with this bum thumb, this sore thumb of his over the next week or so. But they could certainly use another bat in the middle of this lineup. Jeff McNeil has done a good job. That defense has been pretty good. Their pitching, other than really the Carrasco game and the game today with Peterson, the starting pitching's been pretty good. The bullpen's been pretty good. Now, there was an injury, I guess, to Omar Narvaez today. I think it will be day-to-day, but keep an eye on it. Francisco Alvarez already has 2 home runs in Syracuse. I know the Mets are very happy with the way he has performed defensively and offensively, especially defensively, in spring training and really the first week of games for Syracuse. So keep an eye on him. When I read that, because I wasn't able to watch the game today, I followed it on Twitter. But keep an eye. It seemed like the Mets are going to be keeping a close eye on Narvaez's injury, and keep an eye on Alvarez. He might be here before we know it. Also, the game on Thursday was rained out. They called that game around 6 o'clock tonight, and they will be playing on Friday. So there'll be no game tomorrow. I will have a live stream after the Met game on Friday to talk about the festivities and all the fun stuff that we talk about here at the Baseball Hut with the New York Mets. I understand the family of Bob Murphy will be throwing out the first pitch. They're going to honor him. They're going to put a banner of him, next to Ralph Kiner, which they should have done a long time ago. But to get back to our Mets a little bit, my concern is always with the offense. The Mets always seem to find just enough pitching to win. They need to hit. They have some offensive help that it's in the minor leagues. They have to mature. They need more at-bats away. I would say this. Having Beatty down in the minor leagues is wasting his at-bats against minor league pitching. I'd like to see. I would be more than willing to take a 2 for 20 from him, knowing that he's growing as a player than a veteran player that is streaky to begin with, and whose better days are behind him. And I like Escobar, by the way. So it's coming from a different place than some other people that may not like him. I like him a lot. I'm very surprised at his defensive numbers as poor as they say it is. because he passed the eye test. He always makes the plays when, he's able to get to them. So I'm very surprised that his numbers aren't better. But again, I'm not, and again, I'll mention this before I forget. Max Scherzer, I'm not concerned about. He pitched well on opening day. It seemed like he ran out of gas. After 5 innings, he won the 6th inning, he ran out of gas. I think that's kind of what happened last night. His stuff was okay last night. It wasn't nearly as good as it was on opening day. He might be now a 5-inning pitcher. People seem to be concerned about how he pitched in that 6th inning. He might be a 5-inning pitcher at this point in his career. Just to sort of, just for my own take of it, he's got a certain, he's 38 years old. He's getting up there in age. He's no spring chicken as a pitcher. So he might not be a 6-7 inning pitcher anymore. He might be a 5-inning pitcher. So we'll just keep that in mind over the next couple of weeks. But I'm not too concerned about him. I think once the weather warms up and they get playing outside and the energy, I thought that he pitched really well on opening day. But let me know what you think about this video. Also, before I forget, I'm not too concerned about the bullpen. I know that Rayleigh pitched poorly on Tuesday, and Tommy Hunter, he's just the last guy in the bullpen. He's always hurt in his career, but I'm not too concerned about the bullpen. They pitched really well against the Marlins. But thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later. Now, I love talking about baseball, and particularly I love talking about the New York Mets. So if you want to follow a channel that loves those two things, this is really the channel you need to subscribe to. I know a lot about the Mets, a lot about baseball, and we can talk about it here, and I can learn from you, you can learn from me. I do talk to people, I write to people on a regular basis when you write to me. And, of course, I do all kinds of videos. There are weekly live streams. There are shorts. I would mention I have merchandise on the channel. That please go check it out. I have plenty of baseball caps that you might be interested with the Baseball Hut logo on it. So I want to thank you all for coming by. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Thank you, and I'll see you later.